Let me ask you something. How many times have you said, "That's it. I'm completely done. I'm not doing this anymore." And then a week later, you find yourself back in the same habits, the same patterns, the same cycle that you swore to yourself that you were going to finish. You meant it when you said it. You felt the fire, but then the old version of you showed up. And the one that knows exactly how to talk you out of your next step and the things that you want to do. That's where what we're going to talk about today is stop negotiating with your old self because every time you do, you delay the future. You delay your goals. You delay the things that you want to do in your life. And deep down, you absolutely know it. You keep telling yourself over and over, this isn't about motivation. This is about identity. It's about ending the internal argument between you and where you want to go and where you want to become. Who do you want to become? And so you have two versions of yourself, the one that got you here and the one that's trying to get you there. Your old self knows survival. They know what kept you safe, staying quiet, playing small, overworking, proving yourself, saying yes when you meant to say no. They know the rules of the world. But guess what? Your new self, your new next level self, they play a different game. And that is the game that you know you want to play. You're not here to survive. You're here to build, to grow, to lead. The problem is your old self doesn't go quiet. It doesn't go quiet here. And they're constantly whispering things like, don't change too fast. People might not understand. Or how about play it safe? You don't want to lose what you've built. It sounds reasonable, but really it's fear. And in that fear is not going to allow you to be where you want to be in life. It's not going to allow you to have the ability to open more opportunities for you mentally, spiritually, identity, figuring out who you are. And every time you say yes to that voice, you say no to the vision of you that's waiting, that you keep putting on the shelf. Why do that to yourself? Life is short. Start leading the life that you want because only you know what it is that you want. And you may say one thing, but don't feel it and you're not aligned. So, negotiation happens in the smallest ways. You say you're going to wake up early and meditate. Then that little voice says, you deserve a little bit more sleep. You promise yourself you're done with the toxic patterns, the toxic people. But then the old comfort zone says, just one last time. You tell yourself you're going to stop doubting your worth. And your old self keeps whispering, who are you to think that you can actually do this? Guess what I say to all of that? That is bullshit. Don't listen to that intruder coming into your mind and taking over your world, taking over your life. Because I always say that you control your life, nobody else. And here's the part that really hits home. You can't build a new life. using the same emotional vocabulary as the old one. And you know what that is. You can't take doubt, guilt, and procrastination into a season meant for clarity, peace, and power. That's like planting new seeds in old soil. Nothing grows. So I want you to get real with yourself. It's not that you're lazy, it's that your old identity is wired into your nervous system. Your brain doesn't care if you're happy, it cares if you're familiar. It wants what's known, even if it is painful. That's why you'll really crave old patterns right when you're on the edge of breakthrough. And right when you're at the edge of breakthrough, that's when we stop in our tracks. That's when the doubt, the anxiety, the worry, the fear of failure. Think about it. You start showing up differently. You set a boundary for yourself. You start believing in yourself, and suddenly things feel uncomfortable. And then you stop. Not because you're doing something wrong, because you're doing something new. And that is the difference. When you're doing something new, you're coming out of your comfort zone. Because when something's new, you really don't know what that outcome's going to be. But guess what? Yes, you do, because you're going to tell yourself the outcome is going to be in my favor. I'm doing this for me. I'm going to be happy at the end result. Whatever it is that you're doing, start believing in yourself because growth feels like fear before it feels like freedom. And the moment that you start leveling up, your old self panics like, oh shit, what are you doing? What are you doing? No, no. They'll do whatever it takes to pull you back into the familiar. They'll do whatever it takes to stop you in your tracks so you don't get uncomfortable. That's why discipline matters. Not because it's about perfection, but it's because it's about retaining your identity to follow your vision, not your comfort. At some point, you will hit a wall. You wake up and realize you're negotiating with someone who doesn't even exist anymore. You're not that person. You don't think the same. You don't want the same things, but you keep giving yourself old self identity. And that's the turning point, the moment that you decide, I'm not, I'm done. I'm done explaining my growth to the part of me that doesn't want to evolve. I'm tired of it. It's getting old, isn't it? You stop fighting your old self and then you start leading your new one. Because the truth is, you don't need to destroy your old self. You just need to thank them for getting you there. That's where peace lives. Let's talk about what does this look like in your real life? Because you can't just think your way out. You've got to train yourself to stop negotiating. And here's how. Catch those conversations because the next time you hear that internal argument, you'll start later. I'll do it tomorrow. Pause. The negotiation. The awareness kills old habits. 2, anchor into the future identity. Ask yourself, what would the version of me who's already there do right now? Then do that, especially if it's uncomfortable. That's what makes it challenging. That's what makes it exciting. Make new rules. Stop saying, I'll try. Say, this is who I am right now. You're not trying to be disciplined. You are disciplined. You're not trying to be confident. You are damn confident. And when you speak from identity and alignment, the negotiation loses its power. And keep your promise. You don't have to change everything overnight. Take baby steps. Just keep one promise to yourself every single day. That's how you rebuild trust. And trust is the foundation of transformation. There was a time I was doing everything I was supposed to do, and I was leading, managing, running companies, building companies. But inside, I was negotiating with myself daily. I'll show up slow, feeling unsure. I focus on myself after certain deadlines and things that I need to do. I'll make time for what matters soon. I'll get there. And you know what I realized? Soon is how your old self wins because it keeps you waiting for the right moment that never comes. Or how about you're getting validation from everyone, but you know damn well, deep down inside, what to do. The right moment doesn't appear, it creates by action. And the day that I stopped negotiating with myself, things really got easier because I knew for myself that if I didn't make my change or for the things that I want, and if I wasn't feeling aligned, no one was going to come save me. So here's my invitation to you. Stop trying to bring your old self into your new season. You're already outgrown the version of you that needed permission, the one that needed to be liked, the one that kept waiting to feel ready. You're not that person anymore, and you don't owe them an explanation. And when I say them, it's your old self. It's all those negative thoughts, feelings that doesn't matter. Are those old negative intruder thoughts making a difference in your life? Is it going down the path that you want? I would say no. So the next time that that voice shows up, the one that says, just wait, or play small, or maybe the next time, just smile and I want you to say, thanks for everything, but I'm leading now. I love myself. I know I have so much clarity. I know exactly what I want in life because this mindset of mine has so much freaking power. Nobody's going to get in my damn way. Believe that you can and do anything you want because when you stop negotiating with your old self, you stop repeating old cycles and you finally start living the life that you were meant to build. I hope this episode resonated with you. I got really passionate about it, and I'm so passionate about helping people. Please share it with a friend, press like, introduce my podcast to people that you feel that can resonate and that need help. Until next time, always remember that you have control of the will. With gratitude, Nancy.